The Bold and the Beautiful episode spoilers for Thursday, June 5th. Luna's dark turn, Bill's refusal, and Sheila's fear intensifies. Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful delivers tension at a fever pitch. As Luna Nozawa inches closer to a dangerous breaking point and the threat to Steffy Forrester becomes terrifyingly real. Beneath the glamour and glossy surface of Los Angeles fashion elite, chaos brews and blood may soon be spilled. It's not just another day in the Forrester dynasty, it's a day that could change everything. Luna Nozawa, once a peripheral figure with quiet charm and emotional vulnerability, now stands at the center of a dark and spiraling plot. The episode opens with Luna returning to the shady arms dealer who sold her the gun. Her voice is steady, but her eyes flash with unspoken rage. She doesn't hesitate when he asks what she plans to do with it. Her answer is laced with venom, heavy with implication. She doesn't say Steffy's name directly, but it hangs in the air like a blade waiting to fall. The man senses trouble. He's seen desperation before. But this is different. This isn't self-defense. This is vengeance. Luna's obsession with Steffy has grown from bitterness to fury. What began as subtle jealousy over Luna's place in the Forrester family and the fashion world has mutated into a burning desire to eliminate Steffy entirely. Luna sees her as the obstacle to everything: her career, her relationship with RJ, her family legacy. The rage that's been simmering beneath the surface now pushes her to act. And she isn't hiding it anymore. Meanwhile, Bill Spencer, powerful, ruthless, and perpetually in control, finds himself blindsided by a surprise encounter with Luna. She shows up unexpectedly, feigning vulnerability and desperation. Her eyes well with tears. Her voice quivers. She paints herself as a victim of Steffy's cruelty, spinning a tale meant to appeal to Bill's protective instincts. But Bill's no fool. He sees through her performance and grows wary. When Luna shifts tactics and leans into flirtation, attempting to seduce him into becoming her ally, the entire atmosphere shifts. Bill shuts her down hard. The rejection cuts deep. Luna's mask slips, if only for a moment, revealing the fury behind her eyes. Bill warns her to stay away from Steffy, but Luna only offers a cold smile and disappears into the night. This moment, though brief, marks a key turning point. Bill has officially entered Luna's radar as a threat, and her growing instability makes her more dangerous than ever. Elsewhere, Sheila Carter never one to be caught off guard as reeling. She's seen a lot of chaos in her life, caused most of it herself, but even she is shaken by what she sees in Luna. Sheila knows darkness. She recognizes it when it reflects back at her. And what she sees in Luna is not just Andret's potential for disaster. Her conversations with Deacon Sharp grow increasingly frantic. She warns him that Luna is capable of crossing the line, of doing something that cannot be undone. Deacon, too, is troubled. His relationship with Sheila has grown in complexity, and he wants to believe she's finally changed. But her concern over Luna rings true. Deacon has always believed in second chances. Yet as he listens to Sheila spell out her fears, a part of him wonders if Luna is already too far gone. Her fury is not just personal, it's lethal. And as long as she walks the streets of Los Angeles with a gun in her possession and Steffy in her crosshairs, the danger remains imminent. The tension builds as Sheila seeks out Poppy Nozawa. The two women, once connected by blood and secrets, now face off as protective mothers. Sheila doesn't mince words. She tells Poppy that Luna is on the edge and might be ready to kill. Poppy refuses to believe it at first. Luna is her daughter, and though she's struggled, she's never believed her to be capable of true violence. But Sheila's conviction begins to shake her. The facts are stacking up. The late-night disappearances, the lies, the sudden changes in behavior. Poppy starts to see in it just the possibility, but the inevitability. As the episode unfolds, Luna's actions become more erratic. She returns to her apartment and opens the drawer where the gun is hidden. She stares at it for a long time. Her breathing is shallow, her expression blank. She picks it up and aims at the mirror, pretending it's Steffy. Her lips curl into a chilling whisper, You took everything from me. The intensity of her hatred consumes the room. She's rehearsing, preparing. She's not fantasizing anymore, she's planning. Meanwhile, Steffi remains unaware of the immediate danger. She's focused on her work, on her family, and on holding the Forrester name together. But whispers are beginning to reach her. Bill calls to warn her about Luna's strange visit. Sheila sends a cryptic message. Even Deacon stops by with veiled caution. Steffi starts to feel the walls closing in. She's been targeted before by Quinn by Sheila, even by Thomas in his darkest days, but this feels different. It's quiet. Too quiet. And that's what makes it deadly. R.J. Forrester, caught between loyalty to Luna and love for his family, finds himself torn. He's noticed the changes in Luna, the volatility, the mood swings. She won't open up to him anymore. Her phone is locked. She disappears without explanation. He starts to worry, but every time he tries to confront her, she brushes him off or turns the blame back on him. The sweet, creative Luna he once adored is slipping through his fingers, and in her place stands someone unrecognizable. As the episode barrels toward its climax, all the key players find themselves circling the storm. Bill grows more suspicious. Sheila's warnings become louder. Poppy begins to panic. Deacon debates calling the police. And Luna. Luna sharpens her focus. She dons a black hoodie, ties her hair back, and conceals the gun in her purse. She walks out the door with one goal: find Steffi. And this, once and for all. The camera follows Luna through the city's shadowy streets. She blends in with the night, a ghost among the living. Her mind races with memories of Steffi laughing, of being dismissed, of feeling powerless. The anger swells until it's unbearable. She reaches Steffi's house and stands in the shadows, watching. The lights are on. Laughter spills through the windows. A family moment. Warmth. Everything Luna believes she never have. She steps forward. But before she can raise the gun, a voice stops her. Luna, it's Sheila. She's followed her. And she's not alone. Poppy stands beside her, eyes wide with horror. The confrontation is electric. Luna turns, gun still in hand. The three women face each other. Silence. The moment stretches. 1 heartbeat. 2. 3. Then, to be continued. The aftermath of this confrontation will ripple across Los Angeles. The question isn't just whether Luna pulls the trigger, it's what happens after. Will Sheila throw herself in the line of fire? Will Poppy be able to talk her daughter down? Will someone else arrive, Bo, RJ, even Steffi herself, to defuse the situation or escalate it? Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful sets the stage for a major reckoning. Luna's descent into darkness has reached critical mass, and the consequences will not be easily contained. As the dust settles, the city will be left to reckon with betrayal, blood, and the breaking of a once innocent soul. Stay tuned. The storm is only beginning. Everything changes. That's the promise at the center of The Bold and the Beautiful's episodes airing June 56. And when the smoke clears, when the shouting stops and the blood dries, one thing will be painfully, tragically true. Someone will be gone forever. Not just out of the picture. Not just written off. Dead. Because this isn't just drama anymore. This is war. Luna Nozawa's vengeance isn't theoretical anymore. It isn't an idea whispered in the shadows or a look across a crowded room. It's real. It has a plan. And it has a gun. Her descent has been gradual but deliberate, every step marked by growing resentment, unhealed wounds, and a fixation on Steffi Forrester that's curdled into something far darker than jealousy. She doesn't just want Steffi to lose. She wants her to disappear. It starts with whispers, paranoia, glances exchanged across hallways, and hushed warnings traded behind closed doors. Bill Spencer is on edge after his confrontation with Luna. Something didn't feel right, sensed deeper malice behind her pleas. Deacon is shaken, his mind reeling from Sheila's confession that Luna may be on the verge of committing an unforgivable crime. Sheila, who's rarely ever afraid, is terrified now because she sees herself in Luna. The same desperation, the same rage, the same chilling ability to justify anything. Poppy Nozawa is desperate to reach her daughter, but it may already be too late. Luna's behavior is erratic. She's cold, calculating. She's stopped answering her phone. RJ doesn't know what's happening, only that the woman he loved is becoming a stranger. Luna's made her decision. Steffi dies, and nothing will stop her. But fate is never that clean. Just as Luna moves, so do the rest. Everyone around her begins to converge toward the epicenter of her fury. And someone will pay the ultimate price. The gun is real. The moment is real. Luna arrives at the Cliff house. Steffi's inside, laughing with Kelly. It's a normal day. Until it isn't. Luna moves quickly, silently. She's practiced this. Steffi sees her, and it takes a second to register the danger. Then the gun is already raised. A second too long. But she's not alone. That's when it happens. In the chaos, someone dives. A shot rings out, and a man goes down. The screen goes black. Cut to silence. Then screams. The ripple effect begins immediately. Shock spreads through Los Angeles like wildfire. News breaks. Phones light up. Lives unravel. And here's where the devastation begins to crystallize, depending on who took that bullet. If it's Liam Spencer, the irony would be unbearable. After years of being torn between Steffi and Hope, after finally seeming to find clarity, Liam dies protecting Steffi. The man whose indecision once broke both women's hearts now cements his legacy in a single, selfless act. Hope is shattered. What was once hope for reunion becomes an unrelenting storm of guilt and grief. Bill is destroyed. Just as he was starting to reconnect with his son, to finally rebuild the fractured bond between them, Liam is stolen from him forever. For a man like Bilbo has built empires and crushed rivals, the loss of his son is a wound that will never heal. And the children, Kelly and Beth, will grow up without a father. But they'll grow up hearing the story of his last moment, story of the man who gave everything to save someone he loved. For Steffi, the loss is indescribable. The weight of knowing Liam died for her not as a husband or a lover, but as a man doing what he believed was right will crush her. She never forget. She never forgive herself. If it's Finn, history repeats. Tragedy hits home again. Steffi, a widow once more. After the miracle of finding love again with Finn, surviving Sheila's betrayal, building a new life, she loses it all. Finn's death would be catastrophic. For Lee and Jack, it would be a nightmare. They fought for Finn. They sacrificed for him. Losing him now, like this, would hollow them out. The hospital loses one of its best. A doctor who saved lives now becomes a name on a plaque. But worst of all, Luna becomes the one who killed her own father. Whether she knew it or not in the moment, whether she finds out immediately or much later, the truth will burn her alive. There's no coming back from patricide. And for Steffi, the guilt is all-consuming. Again, another man lost to her. Another coffin. Another funeral. The million-dollar question, who falls? The clues are there. Writers don't drop a diagnosis like Liam's unless they intend to use it. His final redemption arc is practically begging to be written. He's a character audiences love to hate, but what better send-off than transforming him into a hero in one final, unforgettable act? That's not just emotional storytelling. That's soap gold. But Finn's history as the human shield for Steffi can't be ignored. He's already proved he'd take a bullet for her literally. And doing it again would cement his legacy as the most selfless man in Steffi's life. So do the writers give us the obvious redemption arc? Or do they blindside us with the darker, more poetic twist? Regardless, the outcome is the same. Someone dies. Steffi lives. And everything else shatters. The fallout begins. What follows the shooting isn't just mourning. It's chaos. Luna is arrested or flees. If she's taken into custody, her breakdown is seismic. She screams. She cries. She confesses. Or maybe she refuses to speak at all. Maybe she sinks into silence. Poppy is broken. She loved her daughter. She tried to save her. Now she's watching her slip away for good. RJ is heartbroken. The woman he thought he'd build a life with just destroyed someone else's. Deacon watches Sheila spiral as she realizes her worst fears have come true. Bill loses his grip. Whether it's his son or his friend, he's out for blood. Someone will pay. The city changes overnight. A dark cloud settles over the Forrester estate. Even Eric, weakened and rarely in the spotlight these days, feels the shift. Ridge blames himself. Brooke blames Ridge. Taylor blames them both. Hope collapses. Lee is inconsolable. Jack disappears. Everyone breaks. And through it all, Steffi remains standing. Haunted. Her life was spared, but her heart wasn't. She becomes a woman reborn in tragedy, stronger, colder, unreachable. She pushes everyone away, especially Luna. If Luna lives, if she's not imprisoned or killed on the spot, she becomes Steffi's ghost, a walking reminder of what was lost. June 26th, the week everything changed. This isn't a cliffhanger. It's a rupture. Every day of this week builds on the last until the emotional explosion can't be contained. The show takes no prisoners, no pauses. There are no distractions from the pain. Everything focuses on the fallout. From Monday to Thursday, the tension climbs. Warnings, close calls, tears. By Thursday, it erupts. The shot, the fall, the scream, the silence. By Friday, we mourn. Someone's funeral, a eulogy, a child placing a flower on a casket, a photo framed on the mantle, a montage of memories that remind us what we lost. And Steffi alive, but broken. This is the bold and the beautiful at its most unrelenting. A week that redefines everything. The only certainty is that the obsession Luna carried, the rage she fed, and the madness that consumed her has taken someone from us. And whether it was a beloved doctor or a complicated anti-hero, that loss will echo for years. Brace yourself. The mascara won't hold. The tissues won't be enough. This is the kind of heartbreak that rewrites storylines and scars characters forever. And we'll be there for every moment, every scream, every tear, every gasp, watching as the world of B&B burns down and tries to rebuild.